everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We are just moments away from kickoff, and we've got a good one on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. So with that, let's get up to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. For the call, we welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, it's been a wet and dreary day by the shores of Lake Erie, but we have football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Brandon Godden, Charles Davis, happy to be with you. And Charles, we've got two teams who know each other extremely well. These division games, they tend to be battles.
People scout like crazy in this league, but no one scouts more than within the division. Because if you win your division, you're automatically in the playoffs. That puts extra emphasis on these games, and they can't wait to get at each other.
The Florida Atlantic man, Greg Joseph, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Dalton, 1st and 10. That's complete to John Ross. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down. 1st and 10 for Dalton. Gets it to his running back, Bernard.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Third and 2 for Dalton. He's got his man here. It's Green. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 39. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Olivier Vernon brings him down. Dalton saying, let's get going here, guys, as he rallies him to get set. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Dalton, and the catch good. It's Eifert. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 13-yard line. Dalton going to break the huddle, come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. He gets this one to Boyd. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They go play action here on 1st down. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. From a yard out. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the 1st quarter before we spilled into the 2nd, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Orchestrating the offense will be the top pick in the 2018 draft, and that's Baker Mayfield.
And his task in this situation is making sure that his team knows that there's a sense of urgency, yet somehow still stays calm. Because your natural impulse, your first possession is not until the second quarter, is you got to attack right away. Throw something big at them right away. Yeah, you got to move the ball, but maybe be a little bit careful in doing so.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 30. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. To throw, Mayfield, and he's going to go down again. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. 3rd and long for Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Bullock's kick is good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So how about the turn of events there at the end of the half?
This is one where you go charging into your locker room having collected 3 points you didn't expect to get, and you look across the field and you see guys kind of pointing fingers at each other like, dude, how'd you turn it over and make us give up 3 right there?
So we've hit halftime. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And shedding through the tackle. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Now this throw caught left side, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. It's caught by OBJ. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. A 1st down throw for Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 39 yards. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a two-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a two-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
This one fielded at the 5. Shreds the tackle. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going, and a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 3rd down, Bernard. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done.